Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today we're going to draw Supernatural Mysterio from Fortnite and from Marvel. It's like the more red character skin, so I thought it'd be cool to draw that one up. Going to do his head, a big sort of sphere at the top here. Body's going to come out here. It's going to be looking out this way with one arm. The other arm's going to come up here. Torso down here and legs down there. Okay, so let's get in there at the top. Have a little look. I'm going to just, first of all, put a little dot at the top here, okay? Just about there, okay? This is where my sphere of the head of the skin is going to be. So I'm going to probably come down to about that point. Let's give it a go. Let's draw the circle around, okay? So let's go from that point. Just going to take my pen, bring it down, nice sort of sphere, sort of size going on there. Just go back around it. And then I'm going to do the same thing this side. So I'm going to take my pen and just draw the sphere going around this way. So take the pen, just curve it around like that. Just go back over it. Cool, all right, that's good. So this part here, I just left a little sort of curve area there. Where sort of the helmet kind of attaches to his cape and his sort of shoulder pads. So in the middle of this here, where my finger is, sort of around there, just going to draw like a little sort of horizontal line in the middle, like that, okay? Next up, what I'm going to do is just going to draw like little curve bits that come sort of around, sort of like hold it in. It's almost like a bowl, isn't it? That kind of holds it in place. So this is going to come around up to the top here, so just going to come around and sort of slightly beyond that. So I'm just going to take my pen, come up and around, and same on this side. Just take my pen, sort of come up and around there, just sort of loop back on myself. Now just fill that line in a bit so it's nice and straight in there. Cool. Okay, this then kind of pops out of the side a little bit. So right here, I'm just gonna draw a little line either side of that, okay? And then what I'm going to do, I've got that sort of side piece in. I'm going to sort of just draw a curve around to join it all up, okay? So just draw a little curve in there, just to join all that up. In the center there, just put a couple of little bits in just for detail. It's just like a little rectangle in the middle. And then we can look at the rest of this kind of shoulder pad now, okay? So shoulders kind of pop out from this bit we just created. If we kind of just go up a bit, because first of all, the cape kind of comes around that. So I'm just going to sort of bring my pen up either side of that. So I'm going to work out where my cape's going to go, okay? And it's going to come out here and it's almost like a little bit ruffled. So it's going to go up and down, sort of up and down like that. Same here, kind of go up and down. And that's kind of like the cape area we're going to draw in at the end. From that, I'm just going to bring in a couple of areas there. Just bring it back in. And then in the center here, kind of work out, it kind of loops down a little bit. So I'm going to come down diagonally either side there. And then just sort of come inside of that, there, like that. So there's a little bit extra going on. In here, we've got kind of like these little underpinning pieces that kind of attach to the cape and the very sort of pincery edge pieces. So to denote that, we've kind of come up here and here. So we just come up and down. It's like a diamond we're going to draw, okay? So we're going to kind of come out, sort of trying to work this out now. Kind of come out there, come down here, and then sort of just create a little diamond shape there. Same thing here, so we're going to come out a bit further than that bit there. Then we're going to come down and then just draw a little diamond in like that, okay? Cool. There's a little kind of flicked out bits that go on now, which are like the edge of the sort of the shoulder pad area. So that kind of just flicks out up here like that, and then comes into this point like that. And then this side Same sort of thing. So it comes out, flicks out and in, like that, okay? Right, now I've got those bits in, I'm gonna just work out where my torso is. So the torso kind of comes sort of around sort of here. So the arms are sort of this point. So what I'm gonna do is just underneath here, sort of underneath this edge point there, just gonna bring my pen down a little bit, sort of to there maybe. And I'm just gonna draw in a little kind of chest muscle area there. And then I'm gonna bring my pen down to the center. So my center point is probably gonna come down to here where the torso is, the belt. So I've got a little curve where the pec is, and I'm just gonna sort of curve my pen in a bit more down like that. And then on this side, you see a little bit more of like the back muscle on this area here. So I'm gonna come out a little bit further. So again, I suppose right here, we've got a pec muscle, and a bit further out, we've got like the back point. So about there, I'm just gonna put a point in there. I'm gonna bring my pen in, sort of show the back muscle so it kind of comes down like that. And then I'm just gonna bring my pen down to the sort of the torso area there, okay? This central bit is like the pec area. So from this diamond, again, I'm just gonna bring my pen out a bit either side. So a bit out there, and from that point, just bring out a little bit there. And that's like the piping that goes like down the pec area. So really what I can do is just start that off. So it gives me a good little base of where the pecs are. Just gonna bring my pen in like that. And then this side, sort of bring my pen in here, sort of like a big piece of piping, I suppose, around there. So yeah, sort of block those in and work out, sort of got the chest area there, the back area comes in here, and the arms will come out this way. Right, I'm happy with that. So let's look at the belt area here by the torso. So it's almost like a sort of like a shield area on the belt there. So I'm going to start this off by popping in a horizontal line. Couple of little diagonals there. It's probably going to come down to about sort of here. So I'm just going to draw a narrower diagonal line there. And then we're just going to join that all up, okay? Right, now I've got that in. What I'm going to do is, it's got two big pack areas on the belt, sort of big sort of pack bags on there. So let's just draw those in. I'm just going to draw a rectangle on the side here that pops out. So a nice sort of chunky rectangle there, and we'll do the same here. So a nice chunky rectangle there going on. And then what we can do, we can just join this belt up. So there's a couple of loops. So I'm just going to kind of show that by putting two other rectangles next to these bigger pack ones. And then what we can do is we can just join this up with the belt here, like that. Cool, okay. The torso's going on well. So now we can pop the legs in. So first leg, I think work out the center point first of all. So the center point of the legs is probably about here. Just going to put a little line in there. And then what I can do is just work out where these legs are. So first leg, I think, probably going to come to about here, where the thighs are going to come to about here. So I'm just going to go where that pack is, it's sort of come over the leg area a bit. And he's almost got like a bit of sort of shielding on the leg. So I'm going to just take my pen, bring it down like that, go to the center point, about this point here, and then we're just going to draw in a curve, taper down right there. That's the top of the leg. This side, similar sort of thing. We're going to come out to probably about sort of here. Let's start with the inner thigh part here. We're just going to bring our pen down this way. So just curve it down like that. On this side, similar sort of thing to the opposite leg. We're just going to take our pen probably from about that point, right? And we're going to just curve it down, sort of taper it. So we're going to come out a little way and then just taper it down like that. Okay, so they kind of match up a little bit here. Right, we've got the knees, so I'm just going to kind of denote the knees. He's not really got any pads on, so I'm just going to pop a couple of little, almost like little bracket areas, just to kind of show the knee off. And then from that point, I'm going to just sort of bring my pen down, sort of make a slightly straighter line just around the knee, joining up with the upper thigh. And then I can work out where the boots are. So the calf and the boots, start off and probably come to about here. The boots are about there. So I'm just going to widen it out a little bit either side there. Widen it out either side sort of there. Okay, so the calf muscles are starting. And then what he has is almost like a little arrowhead in the middle of the boots. So just going to do a little arrowhead either side in the middle of the legs. And then I'm just going to come out a bit further. Just put a little curve in around that arrowhead like that. Just pop it out a little bit. It kind of gives an idea that he's putting his legs into boots. So this leg probably comes, let's have a look, probably about to here, the shin area and the calf. So I'm gonna taper down to the end point here. So from that point, take your pen, curve it down like that. This side, remember we've still got the calf muscle in there, curve it down to the point there. This side, his foot's sort of coming out a bit further this way. So I'm gonna show a bit more of the calf muscle. So I'm gonna bring calf out here and down. And then this side is a bit straighter, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of straighter but tapered, okay? There's another little arrowhead as we get to the ankle point. So I'm just gonna pop a couple of arrows in, yeah? And now I'm gonna just get the feet in, which is always quite a tricky one. So these boots and feet at the end, this one kind of comes out this way. So I'm just gonna put my finger about there. Work out, this is like the top of the foot. So I'm gonna bring my pen down a bit, curve it out down to my finger, then bring my pen back round the ball of the foot and up, and then the heel comes out sort of about there and kind of joins up there, right? There we go. This side, the foot is sort of coming out to here, so the boot is like this way. So what that means is the heel probably comes down to about there, then it kind of curves in, and then the boot kind of comes out again, so it curves out to that point, up, around, and just join it up to that area there. Cool, okay, that's those bits in. Let's get the arms in next. This arm comes up this way, sort of the upper arm is there, and then the hand is up in this area, and this arm sort of comes out this way. So let's get this one sorted first, okay? So let's get the upper arm, sort of the shoulder areas here. So I'm just gonna pop a bit of a curve in there for the shoulder. The underarm area kind of curves around this way. So from that point we've got there, we're just gonna sort of curve our pen out a bit here. So fairly muscular arm. This top part kind of loops in a bit like that. Kind of bring it out a little bit further. And then I would say the crease of the arm is about there. So I'm gonna just put a little curve in here, join it up, pop another little curve in there. Then the hand is up around this way. So the fold of the arm, like the forearm, comes up here, like that. And then this side, there's the elbow area. It just sort of comes out and out perspective-wise like that. And then I can draw his hand in. So the base of the wrist is here, so I'm just going to put a curve there. And the thumb comes out this way. So just bring your pen out there where the thumb is, like that. Two fingers are like pointing a little bit towards us. So all we've got to do is just a bit of a curve there. Bring the pen up there, curve down. Bring the pen up there, curve down. And then the other two fingers are kind of just around here. So I'm just going to denote that by a curve there, and then another curve here, and then just bring it around to the forearm. And then what we'll do, we'll just loop in those fingers like that, okay? We'll put a couple of curves in there where the belt comes, where the end of the forearm happens. And then I think those fingers just sort of, just make sure I'm happy with that around here. This side, the hand's coming out sort of this way, so it probably comes out to about sort of this point. So first of all, it comes down to about here. So the shoulder comes around here, sort of pops here. I'm just going to put a curve in there. A lower part of the arm sort of continues down here, so I'm just going to put a little curve there. Then sort of bring my pen out here. this is kind of curved off like that. And then there's a little sort of area that comes along this way first of all. And then he's got like a big glove on. So this is all part of the costume there. Then there's a big glove that kind of curves around like that, around there. Then really kind of, let's think, really kind of sort of tapers sort of this way. So I'm gonna taper my glove area like this. And then I'm gonna pop, I think, another little curve in like that. Let's just pipe it here. And then I can pop the fingers in. So the wrist sort of comes out a bit. And then we've got a thumb that kind of comes, I think, sort of up this way. So a thumb kind of comes up like there, joins up to that point. Then we've got sort of the Mysterio fingers that sort of come out from there. So we've got sort of 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4 oblongs, and then just join that up there. So we can just sort of make those sort of point out a little bit more. Bring in the hand there. There we go. Cool. Okay. Now I've got those points in. I'm just going to draw the cape area. So the cape sort of comes down this way. So I'm going to just bring my pen, sort of curve it around to probably about this point here. So from maybe just about here, I'm just going to sort of waggle the pen down like that. Join it to about here. Continue sort of a little curve there. That probably comes out to about this point. And then we're going to go from the same sort of point. So about this point here, just waggle it down like that, okay? Okay, right, that's the basic outline of Mysterio. Let's go in and put a bit of detail in. So let's have a look. We've got a little bit already in here. We've got to only put on these little emblem bits, little kind of almost like eye pieces in. So we're going to put another little diamond kind of look in there. Then I'm just going to put like a little eye point in there too. These shoulder points, I'm just going to, do you know what? I'm going to just colour that black. I'm going to colour that black there as well. In here, I think we can kind of just pipe it a little bit. So just going to sort of pipe around that point there. And then where we've drawn these piping pieces here, I'm going to continue this down just a bit either side of that. And then they kind of just sort of curve along the body and sort of come to that point of the belt. This side, same sort of thing, so just bring it in there. So we've got a nice sort of dark line in there. On this point, on the legs, we've got sort of 2 bands sort of holding this piece together. So I'm going to put 1 rectangle, 2 rectangles on that leg there, and do the same here. So 1, 2, like that, okay? Right, so now we can just continue this line down. So we're going to go continue to this point here where we're just meeting this rectangle, come around that, and so just pipe that there and sort of follow that rectangle around there. Then we're going to really just curve into the edge there, nice sort of chunky line. Same thing on this side, so just continue along here and then bring your pen out, down, and then out, and then to this point here, and then we'll just do the same thing, we'll just curve it in there, okay? So a couple of little lines that sort of continue along the leg, so I'm just going to sort of draw a couple of lines in like that, and then a couple in like that. And then with the boots, there's like almost like piping at the top. This continues to this V and then just comes out a bit there. Then I think on the shoes, we just need to put a couple of sort of V's, a little bit of marking, bit of detail on there, won't hurt. So do the same on the other foot. Again, pipe that area there, bring your pen down like that, okay? On the belt, there's a little sort of red rectangle in the middle. So I'm just going to kind of continue where we've got these bits here. I'm going to draw another little line in there and then just link up to that. And then I'm just going to leave a gap where there's almost like a little bit of red going on. A little bit of detail on the belt there, just gonna pop a couple of extra lines, almost like pipe it. And then on these packs, I'm just gonna maybe just draw a line in there like that, curve it over, just draw a little dot, sort of like just make it look a little bit 3D. So same thing on this side, just draw a line down, line across, and a dot, and it makes it look like a pack. As we go over to here, we can pipe in this point here. Maybe there's a couple of extra little bits in there. And then when it comes to the hand, I'm gonna have to sort of really sort of colour in a lot of the inner part of that. Sort of show the shading, I suppose. So really sort of just colour it in dark, maybe just want to elongate those little fingers a little bit around here and here. And I think all of that can be like that. And then the top ones I can just colour in with a sort of charcoaly colour as well. Cool. Add a nice bit of sort of contrast to our picture. Right, as we go to this point, I think I'm going to pipe that area there. Then on the glove, I'm going to pipe that out a bit. And then as we get to this point here, I'm just going to maybe just sort of finesse what I've drawn there. So I'm just going to colour that in, sort of shade it in. And where I've got that thumb area, I'm going to sort of colour it in with a darker pen in a minute. And I kind of just can make sure I'm happy with what's going on with the hand there. That can come up a bit more. Yeah, okay, that's better. Right. Now it's got some kind of material going on, which is kind of like almost like blocks on the outer parts of this. So I'm going to just draw upwards. I'm going to draw a few little lines right up here. Sort of straight lines every so often, so it'll be a little bit sympathetic to his arms and clothing. So they'll kind of just come up this way, sort of go along the lines of the character, just a little bit like that. And then I'm going to go the other way. So I'm just going to make sure I'm going to sort of come up from here. It's kind of going to go up this way. Just a few lines, not many. Sort of just block it in around my character there. Sort of come down like along the arm. Just blocking those in like that. Okay, that's cool. That adds a nice bit of detail. I think I might just pipe just ever so slightly the cape. So I'm just gonna follow that line and then go to the edge there, sort of kick it out. And then this side, gonna do the same thing. I think I'm gonna sort of come down here, just kick it out a bit, just kick the cape out ever so slightly. Then the bit behind there, I think I am gonna color that in black. So I'm just gonna get the chisel tip and the pro marker and then just colour that in. Nice bit of contrasting ink on this one. I think that's going to go make it look really good. And then we'll start colouring in Supernatural Mysterio after that. So it's very red and purple, this one. Very red and purple skin. And the helmet's very similar, sort of like red and pink and purple mist. Then I'll put a bit of energy, sort of red, like red purple energy on his hands, I think. Right, that looks cool. Right, I've got those main blocks in there. What I'm going to do is just go around and just outline my character. Just make sure I'm happy with what I've done here. Sort of just go around and just enhance some of the edges if I feel like it needs it. It just helps to make our character pop. I've already gone around the helmet a little bit, so I'm going to leave that at the mo. Just nice sort of beef up those arms a little bit. Like the bands around there. And this area here too, kind of comes around. Okay, that's cool. Just a little bit of definition with the muscles in the center. So just gonna get my pen in sort of just draw a little bit of a chest muscle there. He's got a bit of definition on the chest here, so a couple of little sort of curves sort of going on in the center for those like abs and things. Here we go. And then I think in here I'm just gonna just pop a little bit of hatching in, sort of under the arm. It's really dark, so just sort of just a few little lines of hatching in there, maybe a little bit under here. Yeah, we've already got it in there. Maybe there's just a little sort of hint of that on this side and here. And what I might do is just might draw a couple of little blobs there just to give an idea that it's a helmet, and maybe we're just gonna, maybe it helps just to just pop a couple of lines in like that. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe just a little bit on the cape, just a few little hatching lines, and then maybe just underneath here as well, it's sort of a little bit darker, and under there too, like that. So maybe around there. There we go. Just on the legs, just a little bit of a hint of sort of comic book kind of style around him, like that. Cool, okay, that's looking really good. So let's get in there now, let's start colouring him up. So I'm going to get in there with red first of all. It's a nice vibrant red, and we're just going to go on and fill in this part of the body area. So all these sort of crisscrossy line bits, fill those in. So do this bit first. Okay, got those. Got these little bits of the boots. And the rest of the boots are quite sort of purpley. And then that red continues through the center part of him. So just gonna sort of fill in here. A whole lot of the legs. It's a really interesting skin for this one, so I quite like drawing this one. It was a bit of a challenge drawing Mysterio. It's quite tricky, I think, to draw with the his helmet is always quite hard, so always start with that first and just take your time, sort of trying to make it kind of circular. Looks like a fishbowl, doesn't it? Okay, that's good. Just double hit a little bit there, and there and there. Cool, okay, so those bits are red now. I'm gonna go grab myself more of a magenta color now, and I'm just gonna kind of start populating some of the other parts of him. So I'm gonna actually go around all of this, just block it in with a nice sort of vibrant magenta-y color. And then we'll probably enhance it a little bit with a bit more purple in a mo. So just go around these areas. And these. And then these are a little bit magenta-y. Remember that center point there is a red, so pop that in there. Those bits are done, that one there. Just sort of block all this in now. Cool. Right, Okay, now I've got those bits in. I'm going to go grab myself a darker sort of purpley colour, and then I'm just going to sort of block in some of these areas now. I think the eye point can be done. It starts looking a bit more like Mysterio. Yeah, this point that can be filled in. That's a nice zingy purple. And then these bits are a little bit more purpley too, so just sort of block them in. Alright, those extra bits I've got there, I'm just going to hit them again with the red. It just sort of deepens the colour around there, sort of makes it a little bit more kind of burgundy around there. I think that's good. And then I'm going to grab myself quite a dark grey. I feel like the belt area, nice grey, the edges of the cape, just fill in with a dark grey. Populate it there. Then the packs around there, and I'm going to actually do the shoes. I feel like they're even darker, so I'm going to just pop a very dark grey over the boots there, just give them that little idea that they're super dark. Just do that in the centre points of these as well, maybe just on the edges, on there and there, and then on the fingers where we've got those sort of lighter bits, sort of fill those in, and then the cape areas around here. Cool. Okay, let's just do it to this point as well. That's good. Yeah, that's starting to work. So just a little bit of use of those colours. Then I'm going to get myself a bit of a pink, and I'm just going to build up the mask with kind of just a bit of sort of wavy, sort of almost reminds you like the universe. So swing your pen around, make sure you go around the white bits, sort of to give an idea of the 3D-ness. Just sort of start to populate that up. So I'm just going to sort of make it a bit wavy with a little bit of white in there. Then I'm going to block it in all around. Then get myself the red, and I'm gonna go around the edges again, but I'm gonna sort of just go over the top. So start sort of just lightly swirling my pen around, just building it up. So we've got a nice build up of lovely colours. Maybe just leave it a little bit there at the top. That might be cool. Just building these up, sort of in the background there. Yeah, that's cool. And then get myself that sort of magenta-y colour again. Just sort of additional build-up, sort of helps build up between the pink and the red. Yeah, that's good. And then we're just going to do a little hint of this sort of purpley colour, just sort of bring the pen around the edge a little bit around here, just around there as well, sort of a few little bits, just remind us it's like a circular, and just a couple of little dots in there too. Right, let's go grab that sort of magenta colour again. I'm just going to do a bit of a few little sort of sparkly crackly bits of sort of power, sort of a few little circles and zigzags around the hand there. I think that looks cool. Same here, I'm just gonna draw a few little power lines and a few little dots, sort of showing the power coming off it around here. And we'll just add a bit of red to that as well. So sort of just go around it, sort of enhances the pick. A couple of colours, go around where we've just drawn. There we go. Okay, that was quite tough to do, but worth doing. Yeah, looks really cool. Happy with that. So there we go. That is Supernatural Mysterio on Art Draw. I hope you like what you see. Let me know who I can draw, and I can have a look and put them on the list. And thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the picture, and we'll see you again soon.